Hello friends, my name is Pallavi. Welcome back to my channel, that is Engineering Tutorial Hub. So in this video we are going to see microprocessor 8086 flag register. In this video I will show you the flag register of 8086 microprocessor. But before we start a video, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, go ahead to subscribe button and also don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you will get notified my new uploads. So here is the flag register of 8086 microprocessor. It is a 16-bit register that behaves like a flip-flop. That is, it changes its status according to the result stored in the accumulator. It has 9 flags and they are divided into two groups, conditional flags and control flags. First we will see here 16-bit table of flag register. So here we can see there are some cross symbol in some of bits. So this cross symbol indicates the undefined flag or undefined bit. So first D0 bit is a carry flag, then D2 bit is a parity flag, D3 is a undefined, D4 is a auxiliary carry flag, D5 is a undefined again, and D1 is a undefined bit, D6 is a 0 flag, D7 is a sign flag, D8 is a trap flag, in D9 there is a interrupt flag, in D10 there is a DF, that is direction flag, and D11 that is the overflow flag or OF. And from D12 to D15 the bits are undefined. So this flag register is divided into two groups, that is conditional flag and control flag. So in conditional flag these 6 flags are there in conditional flag and these 3 flags are in control flag. So what is conditional flag? It represents the result of the last arithmetic or logical instruction executed. So in conditional flag it will show the status of the result which is from the last arithmetic or logical instruction executed. So let us see flag register, and in that first we will see conditional flags. So first flag from conditional flag is CF from D0 bit, that is a carry flag. So what is carry flag? This flag indicates an overflow condition for arithmetic operations. So carry flag is set if there is carry out of the MSB position resulting from an addition operation or subtraction. Otherwise it is reset or set to 0. If there is a carry from D15 to onward, then this flag will be set. Okay, and if carry is not generated, then it will be reset. Then next is a auxiliary carry flag. So when an operation is performed at ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit, it results in a carry or borrow from lower nibble to upper nibble. So what is lower nibble? Lower nibble is a D0 to D3 bit and upper nibble means D4 to D7 bit. And if there is a carry generated from D3 to D4, here we can see this example. There are two numbers and addition is performed of these two numbers. So there is a carry generated from D3 to D4 because there is addition of 1 plus 1 is 0 and carry will be generated here. So carry is generated from D3 to D4. That's why this auxiliary carry flag will be set, means from lower nibble to higher nibble the carry is generated. That's why auxiliary carry flag is set. And if no such carry, then it will be reset. Next is a parity flag. This flag is used to indicate the parity of the result. That is, when the lower order 8 bits of the result contains even number of ones, then the parity flag is set, and for odd number of ones the parity flag is reset. So parity flag is for only from D0 to D7. If these bits contains, means these bits from of result contains even number of ones, then it will be set, and odd number of ones, it will be reset. Then next flag is 0 flag. So this flag is set to 1 when the result of the arithmetic or logical operation is 0, else it is set to 0. So result will be 0, then it is set. Result will be non-zero, then it is reset. Now the next flag is sign flag. This flag holds the sign of the result, that is, when the result of the operation is negative, then the sign flag is set to 1, else set to 0. So when the result of the operation will be negative means what? MSB of the result means D15 bit will be 1, then result will be negative and this sign flag will be set. And if this D15th bit will be 0, then the result will be positive and sign flag will be reset. Now the next flag is overflow flag from conditional flag. So this flag represents the result when the system capacity is exceeded. For example, when we multiply two numbers FF and 11H, the result will not be stored in D0 to D7 bit. It must require from D8 to D15. So this result occurs the overflow, or we can say if result cannot be stored in D0 to D15, it require another bit. Then if a carry will be generated from D15, then the overflow flag will be set, otherwise it is reset. Now we will see control flags. Control flag controls the operation of the execution unit. So in this control flag, first flag is a trap flag. So it is used for single step control and allows the user to execute one instruction at a time for debugging. If it is set, then program can be run and single step mode and in a single step mode, otherwise not perform in a single stepping. Then next is a interrupt flag in control flag. So interrupt flag affects only the INTR signal of the 8086 microprocessor. So it is an interrupt enable or disable flag that is used to allow or prohibit the interruption of a program, and it is set to 1 for interrupt enable condition and set to 0 for interrupt disable condition. And next is a DF, that is direction flag, which is used in string instruction of 8086 microprocessor. It is used in string operation. That's why it uses the memory decrement or increment at the time of execution. So as the name suggests, when it is set, then string bytes are accessed from the higher memory address to the lower memory address and vice versa. Thank you. Keep watching my videos. If you like my videos, please like, share and don't forget to comment. Thank you once again. Bye bye.